Hello world and welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time, I'm your host Joey and thanks for tuning in. And if you love watch reviews with 100% honesty, with a heaping dose of sarcasm, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, hype the video, and share the video because it really helps the channel out. Now, quick PSA before we dive into the specs and steel. If you happen to hear a fire alarm chirp at any point during this video, it means one of two things. Either I just dropped a massive F-bomb that got censored out, or this is an endorsed video and absolutely nothing on this table has pissed me off yet. Today, it's definitely an endorsed video. Steeldive sent this review unit out to me, but as always, let's get one thing crystal clear. I don't care if it's a free watch, a paid watch, a loaned watch, or a sponsored watch. It doesn't change my opinion or sway my review in any way whatsoever. You get the raw, honest truth. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So what are we looking at today? This is the Steeldive SD1958V. If you're watching this and you're brand new to the watch world, maybe looking to pull the trigger on your very first automatic dive watch, welcome to the madness. Let me break down the cold hard numbers for you and why they matter. The case diameter is 41.1 millimeters. Thickness is just 14.85 millimeters. Lug size, 22 millimeters. Your lug-to-lug is 49.7 millimeters. Your weight, 94 grams. But that's only weighing the head only. That's not without the bracelet or with the strap. The bezel is a 120 click unidirectional ceramic bezel. The Sapphire has plenty of anti-reflective coating. Your movement is the Seiko NH35 automatic movement. And your water resistance is 20 ATM, 200 meters or 20 bar. Now, we have options. I have the green bezel version on the stainless steel bracelet sitting right here on my desk, but Steeldive also offers this in a black bezel variant which looks incredibly clean and classic, as well as a blue bezel variant that honestly looks phenomenal. Now, pro tip for beginners, you can buy these on color matching FKM rubber straps to save yourself some coin, but as a golden rule of thumb on this channel, always buy the watch on the original bracelet first. Why? Because finding aftermarket steel bracelets that actually fit the watch lug contours correctly is an absolute nightmare. Buy the bracelet first, then swap it to a rubber or sailcloth later if you want to. Now let's talk about what Steeldive got right here, because honestly, for a price tag well under $200, this thing is a spec monster. The 41mm case size combined with a lug-to-lug of almost 50 gives this watch some serious wrist presence. On my 8¼ inch wrist, it fits great. The 22mm lug width makes this watch an absolute strap monster. But to be fair, this stock bracelet feels so good on the skin with plenty of link articulation that I haven't even bothered taking it off. The overall visual package is just killer. I'm assuming the V in SD1958V stands for vintage because it carries that classic old school dive watch charm. The ceramic bezel is buttery smooth and has excellent grip for easy turning, which I thoroughly appreciate given the nerve damage in my arm and hand. It's remarkably precise with little to no backplay, and those clicks, that sound is pure therapy. It's literally an adult fidget spinner, and I'm here for it. The loom is classic Steeldive, meaning it's absolutely glowing like a radioactive glow stick and lasts for hours into the night, just like my ex. You get a sweet bluish green glow on the ceramic bezel insert and a warm yellow tone on the hands and indices. Covering that dial is a fat piece of sapphire crystal. Sapphire at under $200 is always a massive win, But the AR coating on this thing has so much blue tint that I caught myself constantly flicking my wrist just to catch that blue hue popping off the crystal. What can I say? I'm easy to entertain, just like my ex. Under the hood, you've got the trusty Seiko NH35 automatic movement. That gives you ultimate reliability and a peace of mind. If anything was to ever go wrong 10 years down the road, literally any neighborhood watchmaker or jeweler can service or swap it for cheap. Combined with a signed screw-down crown and screw-down case back, you get a full 200 meters of water resistance. Plus, the 316L stainless steel case finishing features nice high polished sides. Although I know that very first scratch on that mirror polish is gonna be a heartbreaker. Now, you know we don't do blind praise here. Let's get into the bitches and moans, the stuff that rubbed me the wrong way. 1. Coming in at almost 15 millimeters thick, this thing is thicker than a Snicker, just like my ex. Let's be real, this watch is not sliding under a dress shirt cuff anytime soon. Besides, you wouldn't wear this to a boardroom meeting. This thing is built for the beach. 2. Part of the thickness comes from the NH35 movement inside. The NH35 also includes a date wheel mechanism, but the dial is a no-date design. That means when you pull the crown out to position 1, you get a ghost position, where you're turning a date wheel you can't see. Does it bother me personally? No, not really. But a thinner dedicated no-date movement like a Miyota or a PT series could have made this entire case profile noticeably slimmer. 3. The hour markers on the dial are printed rather than applied. To some folks, printed markers can look a bit cheap. Furthermore, the dial symmetry is a bit off for me. I always set my hands to 10-10 when judging a dial. If the hands overlap the text or logo, it just bugs the shit out of me. The Steeldive font on this dial is just too large. Less is more. Steeldive, either shrink the text or drop it all together. We already know and love your logo. Just let the logo do the talking. 4. The original clasp only came with like 3 micro adjustments that I believe, because I can't find it now. Because my wrist swells throughout the day, the very first thing I did was swap the clasp out for a ratcheting mechanism so I can make quick on-the-fly adjustments without ever needing tools or taking the watch off my wrist. And 5. Lastly, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The keyboard warriors crying about Rolex comparisons because of Mercedes hands. Get the over yourself. Rolex didn't create the first dive watch. Blancpain did with the 50 Fathoms, and I'm sure someone else came before them. Yes, the SD1958V uses Mercedes style hands to tie into that vintage dive aesthetic. And honestly, I like the hand choice. Stop with the pretentious watch snobbery. Half the snobs crying in comment sections on TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit wouldn't say a word in a public setting anyway. Some of us actually know how to fight in real life. So, what's the final verdict? This watch is a certified go. The pros heavily outweigh the minor bitches and moans. You are getting an absolute spec monster of a watch at a ridiculous bargain price from Steeldive, who has proven themselves as one of the most reliable and consistent brands operating on AliExpress. If you're on the fence about whether this should be your first real automatic dive watch, don't overthink it. This watch punches way above its weight class. I actually took this exact watch down to the Caribbean recently, along with a few other pieces in my travel case. Out of every watch I brought on that trip, this was the only one that got a compliment. We were boarding a small boat heading to an island, and the captain looked right at my wrist and said, "Hey, nice timepiece." And that brings me to my final message for today. As watch collectors and enthusiasts, we need to compliment each other more when we see a cool piece out in the wild. Quit being shy. Be polite, ask questions, and hear people's stories. For a lot of people, a watch isn't just a tool to tell time. It represents a specific moment in their life history. That watch on someone's wrist that you think looks cheap might have been handed down to them by their late father. Respect the passion. If you want to pick one of these up, check out the link in the description below. Until next time, y'all stay saucy, keep it funky, and I'm out. Peace.